Box Chat.
And we're back. What up, man?
How's it going?
How are you, Chachi?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good weekend, I should say.
Yes, sir. We had the homie Jay come through, celebrated my beer and diapers event. So
Hell yeah.
that was a good time for sure.
It was.
And on to business, man. We have a good UFC pay-per-view event happening on Saturday. We have UFC 316, Desvashili versus O'Malley 2. I can never get that guy's name right every
I
time.
wasn't even going to try.
Marab.
Yeah.
Marab
Yep.
versus Sean O'Malley.
Yep.
This weekend. This is a rematch from UFC Noche
Oh, yeah.
back in the Sphere in September, which was quite the spectacle. Back then we had a hurt Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, I
I don't
heard.
know if you heard about that.
Yeah.
He underwent surgery, torn labrum, and yeah, I mean that's the only reason why I feel like this is good to make again. Cause I don't know, when I first looked at this fight, I'm like, I don't want to see this again.
Like, yeah, why
Like-
do you want to put this on again?
Yeah, I feel like Marab's just gonna do the exact same thing,
Same shit,
but
different day.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's different. We do have some good fighters in the rest of the card. So, in the Juliana Pena, the current champ, facing Kayla Harrison. This girl's like a two-time Olympic. And
She's a beast.
yeah, she's a beast. She looks like a beast. I
Yeah.
haven't seen
She's
anybody
Big.
with this physique since Cyborg,
Yo, for real.
right?
Honestly.
Or like a Nunez, but not even.
Yeah.
No one
No.
has this physique. Everybody claims she's on PEDs.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. USADA isn't a thing anymore. I don't know. I mean, she's always looked like that. She's
Yeah, she
definitely,
honestly, all the highlights I've seen and all the old footage,
yeah,
the exact same.
yeah. She's always looked like that. So I don't know, man. That's gonna be a good fight. Before that, we have Kevin Gastelum, KG,
KG.
versus Joe Pyfer, which yeah, he kind of pissed me off. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Before that, Mario Bautista, the number 10 in the bantamweight, that deep bantamweight division.
Oh yeah.
He's fighting Patry Mix, which is a Bellator guy. He's a well-known Bellator guy. If you're, if you look into other promotions, because I mean, honestly, your casual fan is not gonna know who
Yeah,
Patry Mix.
like-
I didn't know. I had to look up some of his fights.
Yeah.
Apparently, man, he's arguably the best bantamweight in the world.
Really?
That's what a lot of people say. So
Wow. That's
I don't know.
That's big.
It's gonna be a good welcome.
Yeah.
I like that a lot of PFL Bellator fighters are just finally getting into the UFC.
Yeah.
This guy is a guy that's not too old. Everyone coming in is late, like
It's always old. They're
MVP,
always, like,
Pitbull.
towards the end of their careers when they start. Michael Chandler when they come into the
Exactly.
UFC, and it's like, man, if you were young, mid to late 20s, this would be badass. We
Exactly.
would see you progress in the UFC, but
yeah.
you came in so late, you're
Mhm.
already kind of towards the end, so it's always hard.
Yeah. So UFC's grabbing all these pool of talent from everywhere, from all these promotions. So it's cool. And then opening up the main, we have Vicente Luque. He's a veteran for sure.
Yeah.
He's fought the who's who,
Yeah.
been in the game for a while. And he's fighting Kevin Holland. Once again, we're here reviewing or doing another Kevin Holland fight.
Dude,
Man,
I feel like it's like every other card.
every other card,
Kevin
bro,
Holland's on
is all right, man. Do you got Kevin Holland or not?
Yeah.
I'm usually going against him, which in the last fight I regretted. So I'm like, you know what, man? This time around was a little hard to choose for sure.
Yeah, this one was hard.
Looking at the prelims, not really seeing crazy
No,
names.
not really.
Spivak, number 7.
Is that Gustafson's brother.
I don't know, man. That's what I was looking at. That'd be crazy.
That's
Does he
interesting.
look like him?
No.
I
But the
don't
name.
think so. I remember her being good. She's ranked, and no idea who these guys
Who's
are.
that guy?
No idea. All right, man. Well, we can start from the bottom.
Start it.
All right, Vicente Luque, Kevin Holland. Tell me, man, what do you know about these guys?
Man, both vets in UFC, in my opinion. I mean, Vicente Luque a little bit longer than Kevin Holland, but I mean, when we're talking about the people that have fought the who's who in the welterweight division, these two guys are those.
Yeah.
You know, I would say, I'll say top 15 to 1. Almost fought every person in there. There might be a couple of them that they haven't, but I mean, for me, this is a really good matchup. This is one of those ones where it's going to be standing, banging, and someone's going to get caught.
I think Kevin Holland is very unorthodox, while Luque is just very orthodox. Like, it's,
Yeah.
I don't know. Vicente Luque, he's got good grappling.
Yeah.
Kevin Holland, he
Nope.
doesn't have
No.
good grappling. I mean, he does have good subs.
Yeah.
You know, he'll be trying to get subs, sneaky subs on bottom, right? But man, he struggled so much with grapplers.
Yep. Every single time.
Luque, he can bring that. I feel like that's one of the ways he can win, but I don't know, man. I feel like he might be a little confident with his striking too, which he can scrap.
Yeah, he can.
He's knocked out a lot of people. Nico Price, so many. We can look at his topology stuff right now, but Vicente Luque is well-rounded for sure.
Yeah, because he has hands. He can drop you. I forgot who it was. I saw it on the highlights. He dropped the guy and then choked him out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I mean, and then just sunk it in, man. It was nice.
So we look at the beginning. Oh my God, man. He's been fighting since 2015.
Wow.
He knocked out Bilal.
Oh,
KO'd
I saw
him.
that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
That was probably one of Bilal's only knockouts, honestly.
Wow.
And that was early on. Lost to Leon Edwards, which later became champ.
Yep.
This was nasty. That Nico Price Darce choke and then beat Nico Price again.
Mike Perry.
Yeah, back over here but Nico was just so beat up. The eye injury. Doctor had to stop it. But yeah, man, like you said, Turner, Barberina, Mike Perry.
Yep.
Those are big names.
Woodley.
Randy Brown, Woodley, Chiesa.
RDA.
Yep. And
obviously Buckley.
yeah, dude, Buckley's up there, so that's understandable. And the last fight was back in December. He actually won performance of the night against Garimbo, which I have no idea who that is.
I don't either.
But he won Anaconda choke, so again,
Anaconda squeeze.
Anaconda squeeze.
Nasty subs. Man, this one was tough to pick.
It really was.
Like I said, Luque, he's real fundamental with it. He's got good conditioning.
He does.
From what I've seen, it's not bad. He's real consistent. While on the other side, this dude, man, he's taking like last minute fights. Right? He's fighting every other weekend.
Yeah.
He's fighting welterweight, middleweight. He's just jumping up classes. And so, I don't know, man. It's just really inconsistent with Kevin Holland. And it's hard to bet on him because you never know what kind of Kevin Holland you're going to get.
Exactly.
You know, he does have good wins for sure. I definitely want to look at his stuff. But it's hard, man. I try to see, like, okay, what's a way Kevin Holland can take this home? So he's coming off a win against Gunnar Nelson
Wow.
back in March.
Nice.
Lost to Renner de Ritter,
Yeah.
which makes sense.
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yep, rear naked choked. Lost to Roman, rib injury, first round. He beat Mitchell, which that was good. Technical armbar. Lost to MVP. MVP was just way too much for him.
Yeah.
Jack is
Yeah.
champ now.
JDM.
That makes sense. He beat a submission guy, which is crazy. He subbed him, grappling guy in Chiesa. Beat Santiago. Lost to Steven Thompson. Got demolished by Hamza.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
So, dude, it's really
It's
up and down.
It's up and down. It's a roller coaster with Kevin Holland when it comes to wins and losses, for sure.
Yeah, he has those, like, he's lengthy. That's a good thing. I feel like he has the length of like a John Jones.
Yeah.
He's at like 80 something, 81. John Jones has like 84 inch.
Really?
But he doesn't utilize it, I feel like, as much as a John Jones should, or would. I don't know, man. Kevin Holland, the way he should fight this is just on the outside.
For sure.
You know, use that to his advantage. He's got those nasty knees up the middle, which that can come in just, you know, those long limbs.
Mm-hmm.
He can get up there, get a finish in that way. But he gets taken down. Now, it doesn't really matter. Throw that out the window. And he has been known to get caught by Darce chokes. So, and Luque, that's probably one of his best chokes.
Yeah.
It's a Darce choke. So, man, if somebody has that like as a bet on one of these apps, that I can see that happening too. One last thing about Holland, he's real heavy on his lead foot. So maybe Luque can start calf kicking. He does like low body kicks. He likes throwing that. Like, I would say that's a big part of what he throws generally, just low kicks. And if he can get that going, Kevin Holland maybe can explode off of that front foot. But again, if he plays that good distance control, if he checks these kicks, Kevin Holland
Keeps to the outside, pieces him up.
Yeah, man.
It's Kevin Holland's fight.
Yeah. So
This was hard for me.
this was tough. I think I went first last time.
Okay.
If you want to take this.
Yeah, I got you.
What do you got?
I got, drum roll please, Vicente Luque. Yeah. This was hard for me because I am such a hard Kevin Holland fan, dude. I always pick him.
You always do.
I always
Damn.
pick him, dude.
That's surprising.
And this time, you know, the matchup, I was like, there's, you know, the distance-wise, the reach for Kevin Holland, I get it. But I think Vicente Luque brings the fight to him, possibly gets in his face, takes him down, possible sub. But I do think that he's going to try to stay on his feet the whole time.
Okay.
So I got Vicente. Man, this is a hard one. Decision.
Yep. Man, that's a crazy pick. I had Vicente originally, but I'm gonna have to go with Holland for sure. Yeah, man. I was afraid you were gonna pick him. I'm like, man, we're gonna start off with the same pick, have all the same picks for this card. But I'm glad you said Luque.
Yeah.
Kevin Holland all day, man. I can see, like I said, man, play the sniping game.
Yep. If he sticks to the outside, uses his reach, uses the kicks, could be his game.
Yep. So use advantage. Use all your advantages to your advantage, right? You're in the weight class that you should be fighting in, which is 170.
Yep.
And Vicente Luque has just been going up and up and up. And recently, I don't know, man. I just think he's getting older. He's been in a lot of wars. I think he's slowing down. And Holland, he's just a younger guy here. He's faster, longer. Gonna take this KO second round, and I'll lock that in.
Nice.
KO. I was gonna say decision, but nah, man. I want to see something good here, and if he does, then I think he's got a little streak going. It'll be a 2-win streak, and with one more, he's already trying to fight some big guys, maybe.
Yeah, for real.
But hopefully, no grapplers. Yeah. All right, let's move on. So the next fight that we have is Mario Bautista fighting out of the U.S. He is the number 10 ranked bantamweight, which again we said is super deep.
Yeah.
And we just keep continuing to expand the pool of fighters with these guys coming in. Patchy Mix, man. I know you were telling me.
Name.
Yeah, it's a weird name. You were telling me you don't really know much about him,
Yeah,
but
not really.
this guy's like a human backpack. He's like the king of
Really?
taking people's backs.
And
Just
that's
picture Oliveira like sneaking behind somebody, the guy standing,
Yep.
and he's just getting that rear naked choke,
Yeah.
and it's over. Super lengthy, skinny legs, super lengthy
Wow.
arms. So it makes sense, bro. Like this guy can just literally
Just slip
use a body
limb in.
triangle
Yeah.
and then just
Start.
pick you apart and then get under the chin
Done.
and call it a night. It felt like when I was watching most of his fights, that's how every fight started, was just immediate takedown,
Really?
take the back, just maybe wait a minute or two until it became available, finish every time.
Wow.
So let's take a look at this guy's resume, see what he's got. Like I said, most of his fights are in Bellator.
Dude, the dude looks mean.
Yeah, he was a 2-time champ.
Hell yeah.
He's actually, I'm not sure if he's married to her or just with her, but Tatiana Suarez.
Really?
Yeah, they're dating or married. One of the two.
Oh,
All right.
that guy's on.
So Bellator, rear naked choke in the first round. This was a crazy fight, or I guess a sub.
So
Have you ever heard of that?
Is that when they stretch their legs?
Yeah, stretch the leg back.
Yeah, they
like
go
this
like
way.
that one.
Yep.
Yeah, I've never seen it like in person, but the highlights. That's correct. First round.
Yeah, first round.
Holy shit.
In the next fight, guillotine. He has a nasty guillotine. This wasn't in Bellator. This was in Risen, which was kind of random. And then he is 20-1. Only lost to this one dude, Archuleta, which is crazy, man. I mean, this was back in 2020. I don't know much of this guy Archuleta, but it's the only loss that this guy Patchy has. So without this, he'd be clean 20-0.
That sucks.
I saw the fight. It was close. This guy Archuleta made it just a nasty brawl. Avoided the takedowns, and this fight was started off on the bottom first round or two, and then eventually was just all stand up. And that's one of the things, man. This guy Patchy, known as this grappler submission artist, but now his striking, he's cleaning it up a little bit. So
hell yeah.
yeah,
That's what you want to see.
Makes him more dangerous for sure. We keep looking here. Arm triangle choke in the third round. Guillotine choke, third round. Guillotine choke, second round. Knee to the head.
Shit.
Which this guy, I don't know who he is, but I hear he's really good.
Okay.
And he won the belt. I think he became like double champ for Bellator in this fight. And then Sergio Pettis, which is, Anthony Pettis' brother. He had the championship for a minute, and he was reigning for a while. He was doing his thing.
Yeah, he was good.
Rear naked choked in the second round, and then faces this guy, which he's good.
Yeah,
from what I've seen, he's a good prospect.
I remember you told me about the Magomedov in the Bellator. And
Yep.
So that's a good win. That's a good win for him.
And they fought twice, because look here, 2022, guillotine choke second round, and then this was a split in 2024.
Wow.
A lot of people are saying Magomedov won. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't get to watch this one, but that's crazy. I mean, it was a split, so I'm pretty sure it was a close one.
Yeah.
And that was his last UFC fight because this one was grappling in what is this, ADC?
Yeah.
And he won that against this guy. So anyway, that's him. Like I said, man, a lot of experience, durable, super young. He's got good knees up the middle. That's how he knocked out Stotts. But then you got this guy Bautista, man. Have you seen this guy?
I remember seeing him. I don't know if it was like a pay-per-view event or a fight night, but I remember seeing this guy.
I think this guy is probably looked at as like the underdog. I don't know how the bets are or the live odds are.
I mean, the way you're.
Let me see.
You know, Patchy's coming out on top. Oh, the odds aren't even on.
Yeah, nothing.
That's crazy because it's like 2 days away.
Yeah, I know. I think this guy is probably going to be the favorite for sure.
I figured the way that, I mean, his Bellator reign, especially coming up against this guy, you know.
So this guy is hated by a lot of people. Everybody hates him right now because his last fight was against Aldo. Aldo back in
he got a split.
October. Yeah, he got a split. All he did was just cage grab this guy, Aldo, the entire time. All 3 rounds, just grabbed him along the fence. I think Aldo was too much for him on the feet, and he was like,
"There's no way.
This is the way I'm going to win."
Yeah.
And he got that W right there next to his name, so it worked out for him, man. But he got a lot of hate from the UFC fans. So I don't know, man. Hopefully
don't do that shit again.
Hopefully that doesn't get too into his head. But yeah, man, this guy, I haven't really heard too much of him, but I was impressed. I was impressed with what I saw. I mean, he has little things. For some reason, I just have a bunch of clips that I'm like, oh, I want to show this. I want to show this. It just kept racking up. And I'm like, bro, I can't have the whole podcast be Mario Bautista.
Just clips. Yeah.
So this one, man, I was very in between because I like how this guy Bautista fights. He's real. He's got a good cardio. He likes to throw flying knees. He's fast, high pressure. He's got pretty good scrambles too, and great takedown defense. So I would say he's pretty well rounded. And like I said, the quickness is a big factor. This guy can get to anybody faster than what the other guy can bring. So one of the things that I didn't like is that he can get cracked. He doesn't really have much KOs. He's only been TKO'd one time. But he can get cracked. He's been cracked by lesser opponents than Patchy Mix. But I don't really see Patchy Mix really knocking people out unless it's like a flying knee. So I don't know how that plays out. I think the sub might be more of a threat here. But I do want to show you some stuff from Mario Bautista. So right here we have an impressive reversal to submission win against Gallagher. And I thought it was cool, man. I think it's real high level. Especially these little guys, man. They're so agile and fast.
So fast.
They could just do crazy stuff. All right, watch. He gets a submission here. Or the reversal.
Good trip.
Yep.
On top. Uh-oh. Going for the guillotine. Oh, yeah, he rolled to him. Nice. Trying to get that up.
Yep, went to the right way.
Yep.
Look at that.
Nice. Whop. That's it. Game over.
Yep.
Wow.
So
that's impressive.
Right? Dude. How fast he got up there.
It was like
just split second. So I was impressed with that.
Nice.
All right.
So
this is crazy, man. As soon as the fight starts, he, like, you know, in the video games you press X to jump.
He jump.
Bro, it made me think like this isn't real. This is just like
all right.
I don't know. some simulated
Dude, what?
UFC sport.
Is the betting favorite. Bautista the underdog.
Bro, tell me,
Dude, that is like.
have you
video-
seen that before?
Are we in the Matrix?
I've never seen that before, bro.
That looked.
Right?
This is brutal.
It's like you just press X,
Yeah.
just jump.
That is awesome.
I just
Holy
thought
shit.
that was funny, man. All
Oh
right.
man.
So, just quick recap. Patchy Mix, great grappler, good resume. Guillotines are nasty, and he's durable with the experience. So everything seems to be in his favor. Bautista, he can make a name for himself, like him beating Aldo,
Yep.
then beating this guy Patchy Mix.
Yeah.
I think he's like on a 6-fight winning streak, if not longer.
Especially with the hype that's coming off of Mix,
Yeah.
I think this would be a good win for him.
So with the streak he has right now, which is, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nice.
7-fight winning streak. This would be 8. He could probably fight for the title soon.
I think so.
Being around
sure.
the whole title fight, everything, he's right there. He's experienced everything. So, yeah, man, we could see an upset. I think the only way Patchy wins is by submission. Less grapplers have had success taking down this dude Bautista, like Blackshear and Ricky Simone. They've taken down Bautista, so I'm sure Patchy can do it.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, you know what, man? That submission is right there. He is bigger, and obviously has a better resume. But that's crazy saying that. And this guy's coming from Bellator, having a better resume. You would think Bautista fighting in the UFC has a better resume.
Yeah.
Maybe people can argue different, but Pettis, Stotts, Magomedov
Big
twice.
names.
Yeah, and being double champ and being the GOAT in bantamweight for Bellator, that's pretty big. Yeah, I mean to this guy Bautista that didn't really come off of something too spectacular in his last fight against Aldo. So I'm gonna say, give me Patchy Mix submission first round, and I'm gonna lock that in.
Woo! Damn.
What you got?
I'm gonna have to go right behind you, man. I'm going with Mix.
Don't do that.
Oh, hey, pause. Nah, but I'm gonna go with Mix.
Okay.
Sub second round.
Sub second round.
Regardless, it's gonna be a sub, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be the first or second. I doubt this is going past the third round, but yeah, I'm gonna go with
Curious.
second.
How many subs does Patchy have?
13.
Wow.
Oh, 4 in the third.
Not bad.
Wow,
Not bad.
awesome.
All right, man. Let's get into the next one. We have KG, the OG, in the middleweight. He's about to be a Hall of Famer
Oh yeah.
for that Izzy fight that's happening soon. He's going to fight this guy, Joe Pyfer, which absolutely hates Mexico for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's talking so much about Mexico, man. It pissed me off. I'm like, you know what? This guy, bro. Which I hope Kevin,
Bitch,
Calvin,
man. Yeah.
does something. But I don't know, man. This guy, like, just mad disrespected Mexico. He was
I
just
saw that.
talking about how it's like a shitty, like, country, blah, blah, blah. He got sick because he ate something. A lot of people are speculating he wanted to not face the elevation. That's why he was like, oh, yeah, I got sick.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's the case. I believe that he got sick. But for him to be like, I'm never fighting there, blah, blah, blah. Like,
That's stupid.
the air pollution is shitty. The elevation, the food. He apparently had like 13 or 14 meals that were like provided to him.
Mhm.
The one is when he got sick. But I don't know, man. Like, just
Excuses.
it wasn't the most professional way to handle that scenario, bro.
Yeah.
So just I don't know, man. Anyway, besides that, this guy Pfeiffer, he's trying to come up, man. He's one of these up and coming guys. Doesn't have a number, and neither does Gastelum, but he's definitely a name.
He's KG is definitely a gatekeeper when it comes to the rankings.
Yep.
So this is a big fight for Pfeiffer. It's a big one.
Yeah. So Gastelum, man, I think the crazy thing about this fight is he's super small. He's super small, and this dude Pfeiffer, man, he's
5'9" and 6'2".
Yeah, and this guy's 6'2". He's probably one of the biggest. What is this, middleweight? Yeah, one of the biggest middleweights that's out there.
That's big, dude.
So I don't know, man. I just think Joe Pfeiffer is the bigger guy. He's longer, more athletic, faster,
younger,
hits harder, younger. I think Joe Pfeiffer again has all the physical attributes.
I agree.
On his side, but then KG, you know,
I feel like you can never count him out.
Yeah, he's got the durability.
Yep.
Can't knock this guy out. Solid chin. His head is made out of, I don't know, man, some vibranium.
I was about to say
yeah, right. That's always a little reference. Something, bro,
yeah.
But can't hurt this guy.
Nope.
He's got good cardio, pushes the pace for sure. And he's at his best when he's like just in that flow state. He's light on his feet, doing his thing. He's got this little, very unique style to him. You know, you can see like a shadow or a silhouette of him. Mm-hmm. You know exactly who that is.
For sure.
The calf kicks are nice. And yeah, man, he's still looking for a championship opportunity, but I don't know, man. I feel like that's going to be a tough run for this guy. I mean, I can't see KG beating a Hamza or something like that. Like, come on, bro.
I definitely think that he could get a title shot.
Drickus.
But there's no way that, like, these guys that are champions or top 5, man, are just wild.
They're monsters.
They're wild. Yeah. And, I mean, back in the day, KG was up there. You know, he was, up at the title, and then, was, Izzy, stuff like that, where you're just like, holy shit, definitely top 5. But these guys come in with different styles and stuff like that, and it's just totally changed the game.
I want to see his last fights real quick.
Who's that?
That's KG.
That was not KG.
Back in the day. All right. He is coming off a win over D-Rod, and that was a unanimous decision. He won this like on the grappling, which was good. He absolutely got demolished by Sean Brady. Sean Brady ragdolled him.
Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad one.
And then Kamaro'd him, which is so hard to do in this level.
That's crazy.
Chris Curtis and KG had an absolute war, bro. I strongly advise you to watch that fight back, bro. They just went straight at it. Remind me like glimpses of Izzy and KG, man. It was glimpses, and like I said, man, once KG, if you can get that side of him, he can compete with anybody, regardless of his size and regardless of his 33 years of age, and the wear and tear he's had. When he's there in just, I don't know, man, Ultra Instinct mode.
Oh, yeah.
He can compete.
Yep.
But man, Joe Pfeiffer's scary. I don't know if you've seen much of his highlights, but he's a power puncher. He can finish people, and he's fast.
He is a headhunter, man.
Yeah, man. He's nasty with it. Great jab. Powerful takedowns. He can slam people. There is one clip. He is fighting this guy named Abdul. Just picks him up, bro. Makes him look like a child. And I do have a clip of that. I wanted to show you.
He picks him up. He rocks him. Puts a bottle in his mouth. Puts him to sleep.
Whoa.
Let's take a look. Look at the timing
Oh,
on this takedown.
nice.
Gets the single leg, but
Oh.
hoists
Oh,
the
yeah,
leg
man.
up, bam,
Nasty
right on that
slam.
arm of
Dude.
Hassan, and immediately
This guy's crazy.
uses
That guy's
this.
huge.
Yep.
This. What?
Oof.
Ooh. I know.
Man.
I know his shoulder's hurting.
Yeah, for real.
I know it. And
Could
then
have
he
easily dislocated.
hops over. Yep. He flips over to the other
Yeesh.
side and he locks it in.
So this guy
Wow.
Piper, man, he can knock somebody out, but his submission game isn't that bad. He's got a lot of forward pressure,
Mhm.
which I'm excited for, man, because KG brings the same forward pressure
Yeah,
and
so
pace.
it's gonna like
So these guys are just gonna
meet in the middle.
go at it, man.
Just
This
throw.
fight, although people may be overlooking it, could be potential fight of the night, because that Sean O'Malley and that Kayla Harrison fight could be just on the ground the whole time.
I feel like it.
So anyway, we'll talk about that. I like this fight.
I'm excited for this fight.
Yeah. Piper, man, his leg kicks were affecting, like when he was getting leg kicked by Abdul Hermanson, that really affected him. So I think if KG can leg kick him, that might be, something that KG can take advantage of. But I don't know, man. Maybe he's cleaned that up. Who knows? Piper's looked like he's had cardio issues in the past. In the Hermanson fight, that's
Mhm.
exactly what happened.
Oh yeah,
Hermanson started super slow. I don't know if you remember that fight.
built up,
And then eventually just took over.
put the pace on. Right. at
And
the
I
end.
can see KG doing something like that because he's got the cardio.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
he can go 5 rounds easy.
This is a 3-round fight.
It's fast.
And that's what changes everything. Like I said, if this was a fight night, maybe I would give this to KG. But since we're talking about 3 rounds, it might be more in the favor of Piper. And maybe we don't have to really worry about the cardio issues. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man, this one was tough. Is this you?
Yeah. This is me.
Alright.
Yeah. This was tough for me, man. 'Cause, I love KG. He's a really good fighter, but I just, younger, faster, stronger Piper. It's just like, how can you bet against him? One of those things. Yeah, this one, go Piper.
Okay.
Decision.
Decision.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
Okay.
I think the only thing that might happen to KG is a sub, because obviously he's not going to get knocked out or TKO'd. But, man, yeah. Yep.
That's a good one,
I'm
man.
gonna lock it in. I'm gonna lock it in.
You didn't lock that in? Yeah, you look like you were gonna
Dude, I
change
was.
that up,
I
man.
Was, no, I'm gonna lock it in. No.
All right. So he says, Joe Piper decision. You. I had that too. God damn it. Oh man. I don't want this guy to win, especially since he was talking mad
I
shit.
know. Yeah,
but
I know.
it is what it is. I have to go with the unbiased part of me and just see it as it
For the
is.
fight.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as much as I want KG to just sleep this guy, like I said, man, physically Joe Piper has all the best attributes physically, and I could see a decision as well.
Yeah.
Because like you said, KO, KG,
Nah. Never.
submission, like we're looking at that right there. I don't know, man.
I feel
KG
like
can hold up.
I was like, I feel like KG would have turned or something. He would have found a way out
Yeah.
and stood up.
Yeah, exactly. So it has to be decision. I had to do it. I hate to do it, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, I'm locking that in,
Hell yeah.
and you can check my stuff. That's what I had, man.
Hell yeah. Nah, he lying.
It's on camera. All right, let's move on to the co-main events. So we have Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison. Man, I'm not the biggest Juliana Pena fan. Honestly, man,
Same.
the
Same.
Venezuelan vixen.
Same.
She's from Chicago,
Yeah.
and I don't know, man. I just can't seem to get onto her side.
Yeah, it was pretty hard for me, especially with the Nunez fluke.
Yeah.
I just feel like Nunez just at the point of her career won so much that she was just like, I don't need a camp. I don't need to do anything. She took that L, and Juliana Pena was like, I'm the best.
Yeah.
I can beat anyone.
I think Nunez was hurt for that fight too, or she came in
was,
ill or
yeah.
something.
I know
but
something was up.
Yeah, Juliana hasn't stopped talking about that. She's like, I need to fight Nunez again, blah blah blah,
No,
and
you
nobody wants to see that. She got beat bad,
The
and I was there in
second fight,
person.
That was
That was in Dallas,
Yeah.
and seeing that live, it wasn't pretty for Juliana. So we all saw what's gonna happen. We need to see Nunez, Kayla Harrison,
That'd be so awesome.
and that's the next fight.
That'd be awesome.
Remember how we talked about Nunez?
Yeah,
They pan over to her and she's like, "Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to fight."
that would be the perfect fight.
And that's what's gonna wake up the lion. Is this girl Kayla Harrison just demolishing Juliana Pena, taking the belt? And it's exciting, man, because Kayla Harrison has done it all. She's done 2-time Olympic champ. She's won like 2 MMA championships, I think, outside.
Yeah.
I think it's PFL.
I think it was, I believe
Right?
it's PFL.
And UFC championship in 3 fights, I think.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying it was too fast.
Yeah.
It was kind of one of those things where she
Yeah.
moved up the ranks a lot faster than other girls.
Yeah.
But the record, or the stats behind her,
Exactly.
how can you not?
She's not like just anybody
Exactly.
coming from Dana White contender. She's already got accolades and all this like proven stuff, right?
Yeah.
She's proven herself. So, yeah, I think this one, I hope it's a banger. I just don't know, man. Kayla Harrison, she's never made 135 and lasted 5 rounds. That's really hard for her. Kayla Harrison, she cuts a lot of weight to make this class,
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate, man, that they don't make a class or a division for these bigger girls.
Yeah.
But
I feel like they can't.
Yeah,
At that point, there really wouldn't be anyone, because a lot of the bigger, like Nunez, Harrison, Cyborg, there's 3 right there. Other than that, they're all petite.
What about these rugby girls? I hear these rugby girls are insane. You never know. Look at Volkanovski. That's what I'm saying, man. What if there's a girl Volk out there?
Yo.
We're gonna clip that right
I have
there.
an idea. Me and Alex are gonna go to New Zealand, and we're gonna find girls in the rugby, and we're gonna bring them over here.
We're recruiting them. Hell yeah, bro! If y'all can sponsor that, that'd be great.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, man, you never know, but that's gonna be tough for Kayla if she's having to fight a dog fight in the 4th, 5th round.
Yeah, I agree.
Be dragged into the deep waters. Juliana Pena's a dog, man. She hangs in there.
Yeah, she lasted versus Nunez.
Yeah, she has the worst striking. She has ugly striking,
It's
which is one of the main reasons why I don't like her. But I don't know, man. She just, the way she trash talks too. She's very delusional, man. And she has to be, right? At a point, she has to be delusional. She has to want to think right.
I'm the best.
Think that I'm the best.
I'm the best.
And she has the belt, so it's not like she can't say that. We all know who the best is. But Kayla Harrison, she's gonna be a grappler, man. She's gonna ground and pound you. I can see her finishing in that way.
Me too.
But her striking isn't really all there.
No.
Kayla Harrison, she got pieced up by Vieira, which was the last fight. So Kayla Harrison needs to take this to the ground and pound Pena, and maybe get like a submission or something. But again, how's she gonna get her to the ground? Those judo throws. Throws are nasty. Those trips are nasty. She's got the strength.
I was like, yeah, the strength
to
is
keep
there.
her down.
She can toss her all day.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So it's I think it's Kayla's got to get this done within the first 3,
I agree.
or
Has
it's
to.
Pena, man.
The fourth and fifth round. Sad to say, but it would probably go to Pena. And I just think that cardio, how big Harrison is itself, or she's already dropping a shitload of weight.
Yeah.
You know, so the championship rounds would go to Pena, but man, let's see. Is it my pick?
It's me.
Okay.
Yep. I gotta go Kayla Harrison for sure.
Yep.
I have to go, man.
I feel
Like I
like
said.
you can't bet against her, man.
Yeah.
She's
It just seems like the storyline is just meant for Kayla Harrison to fight Nunez, and I want to see that. And again, that's a bias, but
yeah.
Kayla, man, look at her size. If she, for some miracle, can lose the weight and get it done within the first 3, submit Juliana, it's over, man. She's already going to submit herself into one of the best women's MMA fighters of all time, or combat athletes of all time. Nunez doesn't have a gold medal, so I could just see
That's big time.
We don't talk about legacy fights when it comes to girls, women's fights, and this is a potential to be one. One of the biggest fights,
Man,
of the women's division of all time.
Yeah.
And then one of them retiring afterwards. It'd be crazy to see Nunez lose, but even then, I think Nunez can get it done for sure.
Honestly.
But we'll have to break that down when it happens.
Yes,
Like I
sir.
said, I feel like that's meant to happen, and I can't go against that. So, submission, Kayla, let's say maybe a second round.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go second
All
round.
right, locking it in.
Lock it in.
Yeah, no, I was when I saw this one, automatically Kayla Harrison.
Right away.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not the biggest Pena fan, I respect her. That I've seen her fight since Tough.
Okay.
So it was one of those things, but never really been a big fan of her.
Yeah.
It was kind of like I feel like she, I don't know, just had like easy fights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Built her way up, and then she had the Nunez fight, and I was just like,
She reminds me of Adricus, the way she strikes.
It's very
so
like
ugly, but it
yeah.
works for them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's weird.
But yeah, this one I had Harrison sub
Okay.
third.
Third round.
Yep. I think she tires out Pena first and second round. Third round, she gets that good toss, that judo toss in. Does maybe a little bit of scramble, maybe a little bit of ground and pound. Sinks in a choke.
Okay. Damn, man. You're right behind me in the Harrison fight and the Patchy one. So if they don't get subs within one round from each other, either you take the point or I take the point. That's crazy. All right, cool. Lock that in.
Yes, sir.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, we get to the main event
Of the evening.
We have a rematch in our hands. We have Marab Desvashvili. That was way better.
That was a lot better.
That was way better. Versus Sean O'Malley. Sugar Sean O'Malley. You know what? We may have to lose the sugar part.
I heard
When it comes to-
he basically said that he's not doing that whole sugar thing anymore. That was like a persona, and he's trying to get away from that.
What does that mean? He lost the... He put the sugar part away. He stopped what? Smoking
It
weed?
was the smoking weed and the mentality that he had.
Yeah, no more social media.
Yeah.
Just being focused, I
Him,
guess.
his family and
Yeah.
fighting. That's all he cares about.
Yeah, not even dyeing his hair
No.
this time around.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It seems like he's doing the right things, and it always seems like he's always trying to do whatever it takes to do the right things. I've seen a lot of YouTube clips. There's a lot of stuff out there of him having his podcast and vlogs, and he was a big party
He was doing
party guy.
so much stuff.
Yeah.
Partying a lot.
But at the same time, the way he would talk about partying, he would like do it very like for 1 or 2 days, but during camp, and like the real
Yeah, he
was
was strict.
very disciplined,
Yeah.
especially the recovery aspect of things, which is really important for me, because I'm like, dude, that's really cool how this dude, sauna and ice baths, everyone's doing it nowadays.
Oh,
But
yeah.
this guy, the way he tracks his sleep, I think he has like a ring or an app, his breath work, the mental visualization game he inputs into, if just thinking of the game, and even nutrition from every aspect, like
Yeah.
leaving no pebble turned, right, or rock unturned, however that saying is. But yeah, man, this guy really does whatever it takes to reach and come in as like 100% of the best version of Sean O'Malley.
Yep.
And I can see that happening, especially since he did have that surgery. He doesn't have a torn labrum, which it's if you have the hip joint,
Mm-hmm.
the labrum, it's like this little connective tissue in the hip.
Okay.
And so every time you make contact with the ground, all that force is like pressing into that.
Yeah.
Whatever, maybe there's like a lesion or a cut usually in the labrum, and it sucks, man. I hear like that injury, you're really unmobile, and obviously the pain. And I don't know how he went 5 rounds with Merab.
Yeah,
Almost won in the 5th round, if you remember the teep.
Yeah.
You see Merab wins, and Sean could have potentially won that, honestly. But for Sean to be that injured and then him coming in fully.
Yeah, full, like, no injury.
Yeah.
Peak performance. O'Malley coming into this fight it's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, it makes more sense now, because again, at face front value, I'm like, why are we doing this? But it makes sense. I hope it's a good scrap. I can see a better Sean. Merab is probably going to be a better Merab. He did have a good fight against Umar.
Yeah, he did.
Which is a real problem. Umar is. So Merab, just, I don't know, man. That guy is insane as far as cardio.
Yeah.
Doesn't get tired.
That dude can go 10, 15 rounds.
It makes no sense, bro. I've never seen anybody
just
this
not
crazy.
Tired. Yeah.
Like maybe
all.
Kobe, like at some point, his pace was crazy.
Yeah.
But not like this.
No, this is a different animal.
That's how he beats guys. It's like he doesn't have the best striking, doesn't have the best subs. His grappling is pretty good because it's relentless and brings the pressure all the time. But it's his work ethic. He outworks every person that he fights, and that's how he gets the win
every single time.
It's crazy. I don't know. This one can shape in 2 different ways. The weakness for Merab doesn't really finish people. He did say in this one that he was gonna try to fight more. He was just gonna try to keep it on the feet and actually strike.
Oh.
But Law said the same thing. I don't know if you remember,
I
couple
remember.
last pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And I can see that being a thing, which if you look at striking versus striking, I think we know who's the better striker here.
Oh, O'Malley. Like
he's got the range. He's got the quickness.
Power.
Well, he did to Rob's training partner, Sterling. That can easily happen as well. And we've seen Merab get hurt.
Yeah.
He's gotten hurt in so many of his fights. That it's not like out of the possibility to think that Sean can't get a KO here. Definitely possible.
It is. I would say a definitely good possibility on getting a KO, TKO versus Merab. But man,
what do you like about Sean's style?
I like the lankiness and the poppiness in his jabs.
Okay.
When it comes to stand up, keeps his distance. Just reminds me of a better McGregor.
Yeah, for sure. I like his footwork. Really good footwork. Like I said, it's nice. Cardio's pretty good, but the feints, the way he was having Sterling react
Oh, it was so
to
bad.
a lot of
It was so bad.
Yeah, it was crazy. He would just do like. Sometimes it does kind of worry me when he does like a head turn, right?
Yeah, he
And he's
does.
gonna get caught. But so far it's been working for him. When he feels himself, he does these little basketball moves. He really feels
Yeah.
himself.
I
I don't see
agree.
that happening. I think he stays focused, but
Yeah, this is a more serious
1-2s
O'Malley.
down the middle are nasty, especially like that sniper shot that got
Yep.
Sterling.
Exactly.
He needs to throw those teeps down the middle to Marab. I think Sean can find success with that. He needs to get up quickly. Like he's gonna get taken down. It's like inevitable.
Yep.
Marab is gonna take down Sean. It's inevitable. Sean just needs to get up and figure out a way to do that. And
Yeah.
I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, hopefully during this camp they worked like 100% on that takedown defense.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if they did that this camp, especially with Marab, should be a good fight.
Yeah, for sure. I think Marab can't sit back. Obviously, I don't think he will do that. But if he sits back, Sean's gonna get going.
Feel himself.
Marab is just gonna be relentless. We all know that. But I think his downfall is he gonna strike? Is he gonna try to prove something? And that's where I can see Sugar taking this over. So, with that, what do you think, man? Who's taking this?
Oh man. So for me, like, there's who should win, and then who I want to win.
Okay.
You know, because like in reality, Marab should win this fight again.
Yeah.
It should be a same shit, different day.
Yep.
You know, but man, I've been an O'Malley fan since day one. I don't know. So
What you gonna go with, man?
with this one, I'm going from the Nuggets.
You feel it in your jellies?
Yep, my jellies, dude.
Okay.
O'Malley.
Oh man.
I can't bet against my guy, man.
Sugar.
Sugar Sean O'Malley.
How's he winning?
TKO fourth round.
TKO fourth round. Dang.
I think he finds that flow state.
Okay.
That second, third round, that fourth round, he goes.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully keeps his distance. Good takedown defense, and then just
Yeah.
same shot.
Man.
I think he'll catch Marab coming in. That's what I'm hoping for.
Dude, I had Sugar Sean as well, but now I'm like, do I go against you or what? Should I just... Because this could be the deciding factor here.
That's true.
But I got to go with what I originally thought, too.
Yeah.
That's not fair
Yeah,
to the No Coaster fam.
That's not.
Nah. I do have Marab winning decision, honestly. I do. Like I said, I feel like Sugar's so dangerous in this, man. But I don't see anybody beating Marab. I can see this guy just really segmenting his legacy and nobody being able to beat this guy just because of that Umar fight. I think Umar
was really impressive.
Umar gives Sean problems.
Mm-hmm.
Umar has the striking and the grappling.
Yeah,
I don't even think Sean can beat Umar.
that'd be a hard fight.
And saying that, how Marab looked, but then, oh man, now I'm just thinking in my head, last minute, Marab broke his toe.
Ooh,
And he's saying he's good, and
that could be a problem though.
he's good, blah blah blah. But is he gonna be able to like?
Let me tell you, dude, if I knew that, I would Brazilian stomp his foot. What? Break his toe.
because it was all fat, purple, and he's been showing in the camera. He's like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm good." Ah, man, this is tough.
Oh,
Dude, I was going to go
Dun,
Marab
dun,
decision, but man, do I go Sean O'Malley? You said fourth?
yeah.
Damn, bro. You got me. I'm gonna stick with my guns. I really want to go Sean, bro. I really want to go Sean, but yeah, I think Maram maybe 7 out of 10 times wins.
Yeah.
And just by the numbers game, that's the only reason why. Sean can win, of course,
Yeah.
but more times out of, however times this fight would happen, Marab,
Rob, yeah, exactly.
he wins.
Yeah.
He's going to take the decision more times than not. So, yeah, bro, I'm going to lock that in. Marab decision, and that's it. Those are the picks for UFC 316. I'm looking forward to it.
Hell
Really
yeah.
hope this fight and the co are not snoozers.
Yeah.
I hope it's exciting.
Yeah, me too.
Fights. Doesn't mean it has to stay striking the whole time,
No.
but I just hope we see good,
Active.
high level
Yeah.
grappling, striking mixed into both fights, and hopefully the whole card is lives up to its hype. I am looking forward to a lot of cards coming up this summer.
Yeah, man.
We have a lot to break down for
It's gonna
sure.
be exciting.
All right, man. Well, it's been a pleasure. A lot of pots coming up soon, so
Yeah, we
we're
got-
trying to be more consistent.
Yeah, because we got main events, fight nights, and UFC news.
Yeah, let's see real quick, like super fast, events wise. We do have
Because just
Usman Buckley,
yeah,
Fight Night, Hill Roundtree. All right, this one we'll definitely
Oh,
be
for sure.
breaking down.
For sure.
Topuria Oliveira, which is International Fight Week.
yes sir.
Luis Teixeira, this one.
Yes.
Holloway, Poirier,
So for sure.
Fireworks. Whitaker versus DeRenner. That's good.
That's nice.
That's a good one too. Albazi versus Tara. Dolice versus Hernandez. Not bad. I'm looking forward to Duplessis
Yeah,
Shamaev.
hell yeah.
That's gonna be a banger. And then, bro, September 13th, they moved it to San Antonio, Texas. They moved the UFC Noche event happening in Guadalajara to our hometown, San
Yeah.
Antonio, Texas. Bro, we have to go,
No,
bro.
no. I was
We're gonna go.
I was gonna say it. I'm like, we will be.
We're going.
There.
We'll
We
be
will
covering
there.
that firsthand. We'll be doing like a different type of pod for that one.
For
We'll
sure.
be doing like our experience going, because we're doing whatever it takes to make that event. Make the event. Hopefully, I think it's Volk versus Yair.
Yes.
A lot of people weren't happy about it. A lot of people were thinking Volk should have fought Eslovov,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just happy with
That's a solid. Fight.
seeing that, seeing Raul Rosas, maybe seeing like
Solid.
Diego Lopez,
Yeah.
Ronaldo,
Yeah.
Mario. There's a bunch of guys out there. Chavades. There's a lot of Torres. There's a lot of good Mexican fighters. So I hope that gets announced
Should
soon.
be
And as soon
banger.
as those tickets get on sale,
Gotta
we're
hop
there.
on it. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So rest of 2025 looks promising. All right, bro. That's the pod. Good luck to you. Hopefully we get the picks right and have a good time this weekend watching the fights.
Let the best man win.
Let's go.
Let's go.